Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Off the Beaten Track. I just returned from the East Coast, and I feel like crap, but I'm in the middle of a move. My turntable and my beautiful record cleaner and all that stuff is on the other coast, but I did drop by my local record store today, well, yesterday, for the last time, sort of like going and seeing your girlfriend for the last time before she moves to Romania and you never see her again. So I did make some purchases. I'm going to divide this up into two groups. The first group is my deep love for the bargain bins, and they were pretty good today or yesterday, and I'm going to go through them now. And this is just a sample. I bought about 80 records yesterday. I'm not going to bore you with them all, but I will bore you with some. This is Joe King Carrasco. I think this is a 10-inch. Great guy from, used to play a very lively set back in the day, early 80s. Here's Lagans of Messina. Now I'm completing my Lagans of Messina. I've got two or three. I have seen this about 20 times in the bins, and it's always trashed. This one is in great condition. Perseverance has finally paid off. Southern Hillman and Fury, got that for $1. Mr. Capaldi, I got him for $1 from Traffic. Another Stephen Bishop album. You know, you can complete, if you're a completist, and I unfortunately am, you can complete any number of artists through the dollar bins. Now, Wayne, his stuff, I have a blog, and people request his stuff all the time. Got this one for $1. Usually a little more than $1 there, but this was in perfect condition. So I know there's some Jesse Winchester fans on the VC. This is the one I just picked up, in great shape. This is an EP, or maybe even a 12-inch single, EBN, OZN. I don't know how you pronounce that. Perhaps somebody can tell me. I have no idea. Not his best album, but Tony OK. Great, great artist. Some really good stuff. Don't know Megan McDonough, but I love this cover. What a great cover that is. It looks kind of Celtic. I have my hopes. Continuing on with, boy, there's been a number of copies of this. All shit. This one's really good. Seals and Crofts. Going to complete my Seals and Crofts one day. There was a movie, and then there was a band. The Breakfast Club. I listened to a bit of this. Poppy, like you'd expect. Now, I have a weakness. I think I've probably done a few of these before for actors and people on television or whatever, presenters who do albums. And I have a vast collection of people making the wrong mistake and deciding they wanted to get into music. Now, this guy was kind of in the music comedy area, and this is on the Pickwick label, but it's Hilltop. It's not the typical kind of gray Pickwick, but Junior Samples, of course, one of the stars of the porch of Hee Haw. Dennis Weaver put out several albums. McLeod, any number of shows. Here's Bobby Sherman. Now, I think he was a singer before he was an actor, but this kind of falls into that kind of thing. Back in the day, he was on a show called Here Come the Brides. I think David, what's his face? David Soul was in it too. But Bobby Sherman's girlfriend on that show, I had a major, major crush on. I may still get over it, but not yet. And it's interesting because he went from music, and then he became an actor, and then he became a director. And when I worked at NBC, I used to pass his parking lot spot. I think he did game shows maybe, or soaps, probably game shows, but I came a long way from ogling his girlfriend when I was a child on Here Come the Brides to passing his parking spot at NBC. Everybody's favorite over-actor. I got two, I tell you, Richard Harris albums. This one has MacArthur Park on it, I believe. And this one kind of has like an OB strip. You see, this here is the lyrics, and it's kind of like a little piece of paper. And when you open the gatefold, the lyrics are in there. And I'm sure this is probably gone from almost 99% of these copies, but this was in really good condition. And I got that strip. Now, Alistair Cooke, people old enough may remember him as the host of Masterpiece Theatre. And here he is talking about America, because he was a Brit, or at least claimed to be. It's Just Love, Tony Martin. Really love this album cover. Very evocative of a time and space. Now, my next one is Jack DeMello. And notice this is the stereo version, so I'm still looking for the ever valuable mono version of this album. The other day, when I was at the store, I did a video on it that they ran short of really good rock albums. They were just wasn't much in the dollar bins, but there was a lot of banjo music. This time, I got a couple of flute albums. These Boys, and of course, Fletch Wiley. Now, a couple of covers that I really like. This is, I think his name is Bill Hayes. Is that what it says? It's not Bill Hayes. This is The Look of Love. It actually looks more to me like the look of a man making you dig your own grave. Another questionable album cover is this one. They look like there's some definite inbreeding there. And carrying on with really bad covers, there's this one. I mean, who could resist that in the dollar bins? And it's in great shape. Somebody didn't listen to this to death. Who knows why? I picked this up. I think this is a jazz album. I must say that if I were in this room, I would not be staring at that saxophone. That would not be the focus of my attention. Val Doonigan. I think he played a lot of folk music back in the late 50s, early 60s. Big guy in Britain. What else? I have got Phil Harris. This is a best of. I've got a few of his albums. You know, always enjoyable stuff. Bit of a soak. Never Stopped Smoking. Lived to be like 94, 95, and died of a heart attack in Palm Springs. Cleo Lane, really one of those great jazz voices. Glad to pick that up. Wonderful condition. This was in really good condition. Ray Anthony, I've got a ton of his albums. Trumpet player, used to hang around the Playboy Mansion. This is Spanos. I don't know what this is like, but it looks like he really plays hard guitar or something. That's a seriously heavy rocking guy, Spanos. Now, this is interesting. This is basically the answer to the Beatles' Blue and Red albums from Russia. This is the Millennium of Baptism in Russia. I have Blue. I have Red. And last, and some people might think least, I picked this up. Great cover. It's a box set. I got it for $3. There are 3 albums and a big booklet in here. I love the cover, but I also found out the Paxton Whitehead here was in this cast, and I did a pilot back in the day, back in the 90s, with Paxton, a wonderful British actor, and I'm sure he's wonderful on this too, but he would be a much younger man here. So I will be doing one of another video of my less thrifty purchases coming up soon, but I just wanted to share these with you first.